cop! That's a cop!
Book me in right now.
Okay, I need your name.
Book me in. I have not committed a crime. Book me in. Throughout the
Man, oh man, oh man, guys, we got to talk about this. So this judge is out of Atlanta. She's the first female appointed black judge for that district. And I'm going to have to go ahead and say she's probably the first black woman judge that has been fired in that district as well. And recently, the full body cam footage has been released, which Judge Peterson is claiming they released the footage to publicly humiliate her. You can look on her Instagram and see that she's posting pictures of the officer in hopes the public will go after him. She decided to go out with some friends and have some drinks, which ended up with her getting arrested, and all the body cam footage, all the evidence has been out, and there's no denying what she did. The body cam footage does not play out in her favor.
She's under arrest for allegedly assaulting a cop. And get this, the woman cuffed in the back of the police car is a judge. Now she's speaking out to Inside Edition.
I never knew I was dealing with an officer.
Probate court judge Christina Peterson was arrested during a melee at an Atlanta nightclub. She says she intervened to help after this woman was struck by a man.
He was just punching her in the face. And I just was so shocked.
But cops say in the ruckus, Judge Peterson punched an off-duty officer who was moonlighting at the club. They say she refused to provide any ID.
take me where you want to take me.
I can't take
No,
you. I don't
take
have any
me.
identification on
And
you.
I don't care.
What's my charges now? You said I was charged with a felony?
Did you punch a police officer?
Absolutely not. I never really knew a police officer was there. My focus was on the victim.
Do you think that you exercised good judgment as a judge when you were in the backseat of that police car, not giving him any of your information?
No, it wasn't the best judgment, but I can say I wasn't comfortable with speaking with that officer. I was just so devastated and just so frustrated on how this man decided to treat me without cause.
As you guys could see, she's a nasty woman. While in the back of the police car, she's screaming how you can't do this to a black woman and crying racism, even though the officer that arrested her is black, and she is just so focused on letting him know that he's going to lose his job and he's going to end up getting fired. And that's just not the case in this situation. It actually ended up being her that got fired because the evidence in this case is overwhelming. And this is what happens when you go woke. They want to, expand their system, and they want to make sure that they have enough diversity in there, which is fine. But you got to make sure that the content of the person's character is good. And you're not doing it because you need diversity. And this is what's going on in the country right now. They're hiring based on race other than actual skill and actual experience. As a judge, you got to be on another level. I understand that judges are people too, but you can't just be out fighting and getting drunk and attacking police officers. Now, to be fair, there was a man attacking a female, as you can see in the footage, which is when Judge Peterson intervened. There was an undercover police officer there that was moonlighting the club, and Judge Peterson eventually assaulted a cop.
Peterson punched him.
You just punched the cop.
So I got to give credit where credit is due for her to actually go onto a radio show and, talk to the radio host about the situation that happened, because nothing about this looks good for her. They even play the clips, and they only play the audio, and you can just feel the cringe in her reactions, and you can kind of see the radio host reactions.
Douglas County Judge Christina Peterson is sitting with us this morning. When we come back, we'll talk about this viral moment. Hear why she says it was all a setup. It was released and gone viral since. After we listen to this, I want you to tell me what we don't see in the video.
No, he just punched me. Everything for no reason. Let him go.
I mean, it just does not sound good. It's not someone that you would want to be your judge and decide if you're guilty or not guilty. It blows my mind. And we're going to be seeing a lot more of this because this is now the woke United States. Nowadays, you are not appointed to these positions based off of your skills and experience, rather than appointed to these positions based off of your race and sexual preferences. This is not looking good for Judge Peterson. I don't know what she would be doing in her future, but she's definitely not going to be a judge anymore. I don't think she'll be allowed to be, and she won't be in the judicial system anymore. And you can obviously see that she's not someone that you want to be making decisions about you, whether you're guilty or not. She's going to obviously have some kind of bias opinion. You can just tell about the video clip and how things go and the things she's saying. She has the victimhood mentality, which is not what you'd want from a judge. We all have our opinions, and that's okay. But when it comes to a judge needs to be objective. And a judge needs to be right in the middle without implementing her biased solutions. She also claims during this interview that she only had one glass of wine, and I just like to point out that if I was in that situation, I'd say I was drunk. This is the life you chose, and if you're like this all the time, how can you be trusted? You know, people have fun, like I said, but when it comes to being a judge, you're held to a higher standard, and that's just the truth. That's just the position you chose, so you have to own it. She has a lot of other issues going on as well, and I'd advise you guys to look into it because it's a lot to cover in one video. So please do the people of that county a favor and get rid of her. All right, guys, that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'll see you on the next episode of Disputes.